Jake here. Ever notice how flight prices jump after a refresh? Or your friend gets a cheaper hotel room for the same dates? It's not random, there's a system behind it. Today we're pulling back the curtain on how airlines and hotels set prices and how you can beat them at their own game. We'll break down the best times to book, loyalty program secrets, and insider tips to save you serious cash. By the end, you'll have a toolkit for finding the best deals and dodging hidden fees. Grab a notebook. Let's get into it. Let's start with dynamic pricing, the powerful engine quietly driving travel costs behind the scenes. Airlines and hotels use complex algorithms that constantly adjust prices based on demand, availability, and even your search history. Every click, every search, and every booking feeds data into these systems, making them smarter and more responsive. Think of it like a stock market for seats and rooms. Prices can shift in real time, sometimes within minutes, as the system reacts to new information. If demand spikes, say everyone's searching for Miami this weekend, prices rise instantly. The more people look, the more the algorithm senses an opportunity. These algorithms analyze historical data, competitor prices, and even your location. They might notice if you're searching from a city known for higher spending or if a big event is coming up. The price you see is just a snapshot, not a guarantee. It could change at any moment, even while you're deciding. Refresh your browser and the price might change, sometimes up, sometimes down, depending on what the algorithm predicts you'll do next. The system isn't personal, it's just math, but it's always testing what you'll pay. It's a constant experiment, running millions of calculations every second. Understanding this lets you play the game. You're not just buying a ticket, you're interacting with a live, ever-changing system that adapts to your actions. Learn the patterns, and you can nudge the odds in your favor. With the right timing and strategy, you can outsmart the algorithm. The rest of this video is about spotting those patterns and using them to your advantage so you can travel smarter and save more. Don't let the algorithm outsmart you. Learn its rules, and you'll be one step ahead. Next, let's see why these systems exist in the first place. Ready? Let's go deeper. Dynamic pricing is the how, the ever-shifting science behind the numbers you see when you search for flights or hotels. It's the technology that constantly updates prices based on demand, time, and even your browsing habits. Yield management is the why. It's the strategy that guides these changes, aiming to squeeze the most value out of every seat or room, every single day. Airlines and hotels want to sell every seat or room for the highest price possible before it's worthless. Once a plane takes off or a night passes, that opportunity is gone forever. To do this, they segment customers. Business travelers pay more for flexibility and last-minute bookings, often because their plans can change at a moment's notice. Meanwhile, leisure travelers tend to book early and hunt for deals, planning vacations months in advance to save money. Cheap seats go to early birds. These are snapped up quickly by those who plan ahead and are willing to commit. Expensive ones are held for last-minute business travelers who are less price-sensitive and more focused on convenience. It's a delicate balancing act. Sell too many cheap, and you lose revenue. Price too high, and you risk empty seats or rooms. Hold too many, and you're left with unsold inventory that can never be recovered. Hotels do the same, adjusting prices for conferences, holidays, or big events. Anytime demand spikes, so do the rates. That's why two people on the same flight or floor can pay wildly different prices, even if they booked just hours apart. Your price depends on when you book, what fare class you choose, and how flexible you are with your plans. It also depends on which customer type the algorithm thinks you are. Are you a bargain hunter, a business traveler, or somewhere in between? To win at this game, position yourself as the right customer at the right time. Book early for the best deals, or be flexible and ready to pounce on last-minute steals when prices drop unexpectedly. Yield management is about maximizing every opportunity, so make sure you're not the one overpaying. Understanding these strategies can help you save big. Next, let's talk about timing, because when you book can matter just as much as how you book. Timing is everything in travel. Let's break it down and see how you can use it to your advantage. Seasonality and demand drive prices more than anything else. Peak season, holidays, summer, big events means sky-high prices and low availability. Shoulder season, just before or after peak, is the sweet spot. Fewer crowds, better weather, and lower prices. Off-peak, cheapest of all, but you might face bad weather or closed attractions. Flexibility is your best friend. Shift your trip by a few days or travel midweek for big savings. Use flexible date searches to spot the cheapest options. Even weekends versus weekdays matter. Flying Tuesday or Wednesday is almost always cheaper than Friday or Sunday. The biggest lever you can pull is being flexible with your dates. Check the price calendar, and you might save 30–50% just by adjusting your schedule. Timing isn't just about the season, it's about the day and even the hour. Next, let's talk loyalty. How can being a regular save you money? Let's find out. Loyalty programs are your secret weapon. Sign up for every airline and hotel program you use, even once. Member rates are often lower than public prices. The real value is in status perks like free bags, upgrades, lounge access, and free breakfast add up fast. You don't have to be a road warrior. Co-branded credit cards can give you instant status and save you hundreds. Stick to 1 or 2 brands or alliances to rack up points and climb tiers faster. Pooling your travel means more rewards, better treatment, and more savings. Don't spread yourself thin. Focus your loyalty for maximum benefit. Even occasional travelers can score big with the right strategy. Remember, the algorithm rewards known customers. Next, let's settle the age-old debate: book early or wait for last-minute deals. Here's how to decide. Early bird or gambler, which are you? Let's break it down. Should you book early or wait for a last-minute deal? It depends on your plans and risk tolerance. If your dates are fixed, wedding, holiday, big event, book early, especially for peak times. The cheapest fares go first. Prices rise as the date approaches. For domestic flights, book 1–3 months out. International, 2–8 months. Last-minute deals are rare for flights, but still possible for hotels, especially if you're flexible on destination. Apps for last-minute hotel deals can save you big if you're spontaneous. Rule of thumb: fixed plans, book early. Flexible plans, gamble for last-minute deals. But be ready to pay more or not go if the deal doesn't appear. Next, let's get granular. Does the day or time you book really matter? Here's what the data says. Let's dive in. Is Tuesday really the magic day for cheap flights? Sort of. Airlines used to launch sales on Mondays and match prices on Tuesdays, so midweek bookings were cheaper. Now, algorithms run the show, but data still shows Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are usually best for booking. Weekends see higher demand, so prices can spike. More important, the day Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays are cheapest. Some say booking late at night or early morning helps, but results vary. Combine strategies, search midweek, fly midweek, and check prices at different times. Small tweaks can mean big savings. Next, let's talk about aggregators, your best friend and worst enemy. How to use them without getting burned. Here's how to shop smart. Let's go. Price aggregators like Kayak, Skyscanner, and Google Flights are essential for finding deals. They compare hundreds of airlines and hotels in seconds. Use them for research. But booking through a third-party site can complicate things if something goes wrong. If your flight's cancelled, dealing with a middleman can be a nightmare. Sometimes the price you see isn't the final price. Watch for hidden fees or restrictions. Pro move: use aggregators to find the best deal, then book directly with the airline or hotel. You'll get the same price, better customer service, and earn loyalty points. Always double-check the total price before booking. Aggregators are a tool. Use them wisely. Next, let's talk about hidden fees, the final trap. Here's how to avoid them. Let's break it down. You found a great fare, but at checkout, fees start piling up. Baggage, seat selection, resort fees. Suddenly that cheap ticket isn't so cheap anymore. It's easy to get caught off guard by all the little extras that sneak in at the last minute, turning your travel deal into a budget buster. Basic economy fares look cheap but come with restrictions. No carry-on, no seat choice, no changes. You might even board last and get stuck with the worst seats. These fares are designed to lure you in, but the limitations can make your trip less comfortable and more stressful. Sometimes, paying a bit more for a regular fare saves money in the end. You get flexibility, a better seat, and fewer surprise charges. It's worth weighing the true value of what you're getting. Always check baggage policies. Budget airlines may charge more for bags than you save on the ticket. Some even charge for carry-ons, so factor that in before you book. Loyalty status or airline credit cards can get you free bags and upgrades. These perks can add up to real savings, especially if you travel often. Hotels hit you with resort or destination fees, often poorly disclosed. These can add $20, $30 or more per night, so always check the fine print before you book. Use booking sites that show total prices with fees included. This helps you avoid surprises and compare your real costs up front. Read the fine print, especially in cities known for extra charges. Look for details about taxes, service fees, and mandatory add-ons. Booking with points can sometimes waive these fees. It's a smart way to stretch your rewards and avoid out-of-pocket costs. Always calculate your all-in price, base fare, bags, seats, and fees. Make a quick list or spreadsheet so you know exactly what you'll pay. Compare totals, not just headline prices. The cheapest looking option isn't always the best deal once you add everything up. That's how you know if you're really getting a deal. Smart travelers look beyond the sticker price to find true value. Now let's wrap up with your travel toolkit, so you can book smarter, save money, and travel with confidence every time. That's how travel pricing really works, and how you can beat the system to save more on every trip. Be flexible, use aggregators for research, book direct, and always check the total price before you pay. Join loyalty programs, know when to book, and always watch for hidden fees that can sneak in. These strategies take a little effort, but the savings you'll see are absolutely worth it in the end. Share your best travel hacks in the comments. Let's help each other travel smarter and save together. If you found this helpful, subscribe and hit the bell for more great tips from Should I Go. Thanks for watching. See you next time.